how far did you get on the CBT book first and foremost? Because this is what will help you sustain in meditation,
She's been reading that.
I've been reading.
right?
I have a lot of questions. Um, but I have not been. I couldn't finish it. I have not been consistent. I told you, like, I had this medical condition where I'm crying 7 days a week, morning and night.
Okay. So, what do you remember from it? And actually, when you meditate, what method and technique are you using?
Breathing in and breathing out.
Okay, who taught you that?
No one.
There's the problem. Breathing in and breathing out. And what are we analyzing? What are we paying attention to?
Oxygen, like inhaling.
So live in the present.
So
Yeah.
you can't help her.
Well, yeah, that's about focusing. I'm more focusing, but I mean, I try to focus on something, and I try to focus breathing and breathe out. And then when I close my eyes, I could just like focus on. I mean, you can't, like, kind of like in the center, like I'm just focusing on how I'm breathing. That's what I'm focusing
So
on.
why do we choose the breath as the object of meditation? Why out of all things you can focus on, why the breath? Do we know why?
No.
Because that's the consistency of living a life.
Okay, Stephanie, I need you to not be her lawyer.
I thought you were asking to everyone.
No, I want her to know. See, it's important to know the why, because meditation, you have to know the why before you get in it. Because if you get in it without knowing the why and the how, you're just sitting in blank, and all sorts of stories come up. Meditation is, as soon as you close your eyes, a bunch of stories come up. Stories about the past, stories about the future, everything but the present moment. This is why it's important to you gotta know ahead of time. No different than, it's like you go on a bike ride, right? You tell me you go on a bike ride, and I ask you, where were you going? Like, I don't know. Why did you get on the bike? And you're like, just to bike. You get what I'm saying? So meditation is that. All right, so I'll give you all this is a good start, because it tells me where I need to help you, where to start. Number one, the breath is right there. It's apparent, and it's right there within our body. It's direct evidence that we can see. The breath is nor too exciting, and it is nor too boring. The breath is literally the middle way of observing how things arises and ceases, comes up and then disappears. So the breath was found to be like the best meditation object, so that it helps you stay regulated in the present moment without attaching on. You can't attach onto the breath. Even if the first or the second or the 30th breath was so good, it's so difficult to attach onto something that is not stable and does not last long. Okay, so that has to do with attachment, right? When you start off with mindfulness of the breath, it's called mindfulness of the breath. The point of it is to start off with 5 minutes, or and then 10, and then 7 minutes, and then 8 minutes, and then 10 minutes. Go ahead.
No, you talk. I'm listening.
And you gradually build up this tolerance of your practice, so that you start to slow things down in your mind.
Okay.
Because every day, fast and quick, you have to, in order to pay bills. You have to think fast and quick.
Yeah.
And you have to, especially about the future. Oh my God. Oh, are we out of whack material?
Yeah.
Planning. And so on and so on, all the details of that. So meditation helps you to have a clear mind so that you can set your intention. You got to learn how to exercise the speed of thinking, but at the same time know slow enough what I should need to do slowly, so I don't have a lot of mistakes. So mindfulness of the breath helps you slow down. Keyword slow down. With slowing down helps you achieve clarity. Now you don't have to sit for an hour. That's a little bit much for people in America. So you sit for about a good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes is average for the average Americans,
Okay.
working adults. And and then you can take and then try to lunchtime do the same thing. Breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. That's one method. And the second method, you can do the counting method. Right? It depends on how much of a hard time your mind is giving you when you're trying to do this. When you can't subdue it, then you use the counting method. In breath 1, out breath 1. In breath 2, out breath 2. In breath 3, out breath 3. Then you can analyze the temperature of the air that you're breathing in those moments to give it a goal, to give it something to target. You know what I mean? When your mind's jumping, you can only do one thing at a time. So if in those moments you choose to do mindfulness of the breath, and if your mind starts to jump on you, then you just switch out of the 4 techniques that I teach, right, which I went through 2 of them already. The third one is analyzing the temperature of the air that you breathe through your nose. The fourth one is Buddho, in breath Bud, out breath To. Buddho means Buddha. Okay, that also gives you a good cycle in paying attention to the breath. In the details of Anapanasati, mindfulness of the breath, is you take a note, you take notes. Breathing in short, I know I'm breathing in short. Breathing out long, I know I'm breathing out long. The purpose is to know. That is a Buddha. A Buddha is one which knows. So when you're breathing and in the details of your breath, do you know what's happening with the breath? So mindfulness of the breath is the basics before you get into other advanced meditation. Okay, why is CBT important during this process? When your mind is worrying about things or jumping to conclusions or guessing, making all these guesses without evidence, you start to go into judo mode. So your mind starts to play tricks and games when you close your eyes. That's when the devil comes out. That's what I call it. All the doors start to open and they play in there like little kids. And CBT helps you to challenge some of these thoughts that come.
Yeah.
For example, the voice in your head could say, David's cheating on me right now. That's the devil in the head. So as you close your eyes and you realize, okay.
Activating thought.
Right. And you're like, we want to play that game right now. Okay, let's entertain it just for fun.
Alternating the thought again.
Right. And you start looking for evidence to back up how. Just to see clearly things as they are.
Navigating again.
Right. So that's why the details into the CBT, every page you need to know that like law. Because it is a rule book that helps you to be the referee of your mind. And then once you know how to do that and you challenge all these thoughts, the game stops.
Yeah.
Your mind stops playing games on you.
Yeah.
Then we can move on to other meditations.
Yeah.
It's easier to increase your time in meditation, and it's also easier moving into insight meditation.
Yeah.
Right. That's why CBT is so important. And
It has helped like when I read it, I basically put myself in the position, like situation, what they are saying. And then I try to understand the concept more than just understanding what they are writing, like words, but I try to understand concept, like what message they're trying to give you. So basically something happened, you go into an office or you have anxiety or people, you having your thoughts. So basically the basic conclusion I came up of what I read so far is that every situation could have like a positive and negative, like it depends on how you're taking it and how you are navigating it. Even if it is negative, how you are taking that negative, like how you letting that affect you is what is teaching you in that book. That's so far what I gather.
It's important that you do the exercises in the book, and there's also a workbook that is attached onto that also to help you think outside the box and not live too much in your head.
Yeah.
You have to do what the book's telling you. The book is the teacher. And when every line you read, it's telling you stuff.
Yeah.
So take it in And when it tells you to do the exercises, do it.
Yeah.
Don't try to outsmart the book.
Yeah.
So many students try to outsmart the book, like, oh, I already know this. Oh, I already know this, and but I don't do it. And then they come up with excuses. So when I open the book and I test them, they're like, I didn't. No, I didn't do the exercise because
Yeah.
I already know this, but I don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, why are you repeating yourself?
Yeah, they give you like A B C D E F, like A B C D E F, like kind of like a walk example, like where you have a situation, then you alternate that situation. I have to read all the words again, like exactly
Right.
what it is.
Look at the commonalities of activating events. How many different types of activating events do you have?
Yeah.
How many? The list of the beliefs, right?
Belief.
A, and then here's B.
B.
Let's look at B. What are your most common beliefs
Yeah.
that is sitting there waiting to be activated,
Yeah.
waiting for someone to push?
Yeah.
Right. So you know, what do you believe about God,
Yeah.
Buddha, the views of the world,
Yeah.
Donald Trump, immigration? You know, like those are your beliefs. Not a lot of people sit there and learn about themselves
Yeah.
by asking themselves, what the hell is my beliefs?
Yeah.
Until somebody pushes the button. They bring up abortion, they bring up politics, and then they're like, oh crap, this is why I get angry. Because they didn't write down the B part of on CBT.
Yeah.
And then consequences, how we act out. What are the lists of acting out? Do we
Yeah.
throw things? Do we, take a knife and run after people? How? How do you act out? When do you act out? And how long?
Yeah.
So when you write it out, it becomes concrete, and you can see it very clearly. Now you have a plan. You have a plan of action. Studying the mind, you have to write it down.
Yeah.
There's no way you can sit there and say, I am the owner of my mind.
Yeah.
No one tells me differently. This is what happens, and this is how I deal with it all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
You have mistaken. You have deadly mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. But good. So now you kind of know, right? And this is how teachers ask students. Number one, have a difficulty. Well, where'd you learn it? How'd you learn it?
Does it happen to you like when you meditate and you close your eyes and like it's all like blank black and like you can see like not light but like I don't know how to say that.
All right. So first and foremost, you can meditate without closing your eyes. A lot of weird things happen when you close your eyes. Flashes of lights. You see stars, sky, rockets, God. It's weird when you close your eyes.
Yeah.
It's scary too. You're like, what the hell? Ooh.
Yeah.
You can meditate without. You start off. Once again, we just want you to know if you know what you're doing in the present of breathing. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Right now, I'm looking at you. Right. Watch me take my breath. I'm noticing it going, but while I'm looking at you, but I'm not focusing on you. I'm focusing on the breath as I'm looking at you. Maybe you should start off not closing your eyes to have a different relationship with the breath before we feel comfortable enough to close our eyes.
Yeah.
But initially, jumping into meditation, even for long time people who have done it, then took a break, then going back into it, it's too much going on. This is working all the time. So when you shut the blinds and shutters and windows, oh Lord, too much going on.
Yeah.
So, and then that's why we also do walking meditation. When sitting meditation doesn't seem to work, walking, because your eyes is open, you're actively walking, and what are we doing when we're walking? We're kissing the earth with our feet. When you walk, you know you're walking.
Yeah.
How fast are you walking?
Yeah.
How slow?
Yeah. Okay.
You do that, you see yourself become calmer, and you become a little slower at things that need to be slow, but also quick at doing your job.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I see one of my I hired somebody for my hair, a girl. I see her, she reminds me of my old self. Rushing, panic, and I get her. I exactly know what's up with her. Like, I see it from the outside and I'm like, damn, she is just how I used to be. Like,
Off the chain.
like always panic, always something out, and life even keep happening with her. You know, like it's the fact is that it's keep gonna happening. Like you're gonna have all that. It's life. It's gonna happen. It's like you just gotta let it go and stay calm. And when it happens, like when it happens, you're gonna confront that. And I learned that. Like I'm learning still. Not saying learn that. I'm still learning. But you know, like with her, it's just like panicking. Like she's forgetting things. She's not focusing, and like not calming down. I looked at her. I'm like, damn. I'm so glad I'm not that person anymore because stress can get you there. Life can get you there, and you just gotta like and the mistake that people do is that they think, oh, okay, you know what, I lost my car, now I got my car, okay, the problem is solved, okay, now I can breathe. This is where the problem begins. It's like it's not gonna end. You gonna have it, you might lose more shit. It's never, it's just like losing your car or fixing your current issue. Like it's not about, okay, my tax is, I'm a tax person, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pay my car off, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna run this, and I have my aim already figured out what I wanna do. And then I follow all of these tasks so that I can relax, so that I can have a peaceful mind. But when I'm about to have a peaceful mind, there is another 5 things happening. Oh shit, I have this now and this now and that now. But this is where the mistake is, like, don't find your peace mind trying to finish the problem. Find your peace mind in the problem. Just have the peace mind with you.
The problem is that people don't. When you go to Walmart or you go to Barnes and Noble, the section where they sell journals is huge, and they literally sell lists, so you can actually list what you're going to buy. Look at groceries. How many of you go to grocery without writing it down?
Yeah, I don't write down, but
Right, and how many things do you forget when you do so?
like some things, yeah.
Right, some things, right?
Yeah,
So
always.
literally, there's a system, right? We humans invented the pen. We humans invented the paper, but we don't. But we don't use it. We don't use it. So therefore, it's like, why don't you use it? It's amazing what a pen and paper can actually do when you write it down. So in life, there's bills, rest. Like him, he has like a million things over the past week to try to get. Car insurance is one of them, and thank goodness he has a good psychologically organized
You got
mind.
it?
He got it. He got it, but for I write it down. I mean, it's right here. I mean, when you guys see my calendar, you realize how organized I am. So that you can see everything play out, and you realize that again, psychological women like you, smart, intelligent, psychological women. Hello, is the house on fire? Somewhere down the line, people think that the house is on fire, and somewhere down the line, they're mistaking this uniform for right. Is the house on fire?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Sure.
So why would you call 3 times if the house is not on fire?
Where did you get this
Okay,
idea? That's like a
well,
police
in America,
reaction.
when the house is on fire, you call 911, not the Buddhist monk. Okay? Okay. Thank you for choosing Venerable Jidao. It's someone I know. It's not a student. But they do that. So, okay. So you writing down a list of things to do. That's one thing. I don't know why people don't take the time to plan everything out. And it's overwhelming because when I'm assistant director at my dad's office and the cases come the way that they come, I was like, oh, wow, holy cow. Then I have to literally like separate all of these cases and then label them the way that I do. in detail so that I don't forget. But then I forget about it because nothing is worth the attention. You have to also know the wisdom to know that the mind is always competing priorities. You never want to forget that word, the two words together. Competing and priorities. The mind is always looking for what is competing for priorities. It's always searching for what is most important. So you also have to have a conversation with yourself that, okay, in this moment, this bill is really important to take care of within like 3 days right about now. We all know that. Like health insurance, when health insurance is due, okay, you have like 5 days to pay it. And if you are playing around with your health insurance bill, like how I forgot about mine, Florida Blue, they're like, no payment. So then I went to the hospital, and then the hospital didn't pay my bill, and they're like, well, you were non-payment in that time. So you got it back on active, and then you have to do all this crap, and I did all that crap. So clearly that is, and then you get these wake-up calls for competing priorities. But yeah, America tries to kill you with so many stuff because they know that you're not going to be able to handle it all by yourself, and they don't teach you in school how to handle it. So you're doing good. I just wanted to slow that down a little bit because you're smart, and I'm teaching you how to use your smartness and not let the system win. I'm telling you, every day he's learning how to manage life as he is watching me manage my own life and how I deal with problems every day, and even helping students, equivalent to my mother's age or my father's age, not knowing how to, like, just recently, while I was an hour ago, I had a 40-year-old mom that's doing 10 different things at once with 2 kids, and slow down, slow down a little bit. They just don't know how to slow down.
Yeah, you have to accept things. That's what I've been training myself. When something happens, I'm just okay, well, this is happening. What's the solution? Before, like, with my divorce case and everything going on, before I would be really pissed, angry, like talking about this and like causing more trouble to myself. And now I'm like, it is what it is, like.
Hey, you also learn as you age, you become happier.
Yeah.
Because you learn how to deal with every problem that causes you stress, you learn from it. See, thank God you have a good memory. Because you remember, I dealt with this in a different way now.
Yeah.
I don't deal with it in the same way I did anymore.
Yeah.
So therefore, research shows that you have more skills in life, and you don't have to freak out when you're younger.
Yeah.
Coping skills, life skills, all of that skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm proud of you. You recognize how he changed. But I'm recognizing how you also have changed drastically over the past year. Just in less than 11 months.
Thanks.
She was. The good thing is, how do we know? There's evidence of how she spoke, live, recorded. So if you ever wondered how I changed into where I changed, you go back to the recording me and you had ago, where I had to raise my voice during talks, and I'm like, because I'm trying to stop you, but I realize I can't stop you right now because you're off the chain.
I was watching this Asian alien show. I think you should really watch it.
Entertainment.
It's not entertainment. It's a documentary.
About?
It's about Asian aliens, like UFO, how it's gonna change the history. So how our history say like human civilization existed like 1,000 years ago.
Can you imagine our listeners right now? We went from Buddhism, meditation, and now UFO.
Sorry. But I was watching that about pyramids. It's so interesting.
And fortune telling.
But it has nothing to do with our suffering right now. So it's entertainment.
Well, it tells you the world, there has been people like us one time and it has been vanished, and we restarted it, the world. It could happen to us.
Not anytime soon. I diagnosed you with anxiety tonight.
Fortune telling.
Fortune telling, CBT, page 46.
No.
I'm just kidding. I don't know the page. Don't look it up.
So
I'm
chapter
not gonna
3.
look it up. Be like, you're wrong.
Why? I want you to sit at that calculator and see how you like it. The way I
It's
organize.
comfy.
You have this.
No, I sit there too long. I might fall asleep. Matter of fact, we have to wrap it up
Same.
soon because I have 6:30 in the morning. I have to wake up for and teaching a driving class. So
Driving? Who are you teaching driving to?
I'm not looking forward to this.
Who are you teaching driving to?
It's a student that came from another state that needs to get their driver license, and they didn't practice, and he got to observe. Venerable Lee here, he got to observe me teach
What
earlier.
happened on your forehead?
Huh?
What happened on your forehead?
Nothing happened on my forehead. What happened on my forehead?
No.
Energetic.
There is
Something by you.
Oh, something bit me?
no.
I'll live.
It's not bidding. There is a shape on your forehead.
You like it? You might be
Yeah.
coming.
Something
Do you
big
know
here,
what I'm
here,
saying?
here. Yeah. It's like an ant.
He's
And-
I'm okay.
he's
I
an
don't need
alien.
Botox.
Maybe your brain is getting bigger.
Oh, that's heavier to carry.
Yeah. They said that Einstein, like when he died, one of the scientists like took Einstein's brain in Venezuela, and then he did like to test on his brain. They sent a piece to university to like take a test. His brain cell is like 14 years old. He has more cell
Mm.
than people,
Mm.
than normal average people.
Mm.
Maybe you're one of them.
No, humans have gotten dumber. Every year
I
they
said
get
you.
dumber.
I didn't say other people. I said you. You didn't hear me.
Oh. I'm becoming older. Actually, older, like spiritually
But
older.
maybe your brain cells are younger, just like Einstein is.
No, I'm kidding. I'm aging very fast, actually, and as day grows, I become more disappointed in the humans that I counsel. Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, they don't know when to stop.
I mean, if my uncle see your ear, he would really like it. He'd be like, yeah, that's a good ear.
You know, what makes me happy is that they actually follow through what I'm trying to say to them. I'm telling you, the little lawyer in their head wins all the time.
Yeah.
So
You didn't show me your tattoo.
That's not very appropriate right now.
Oh, okay. Later.
it's scary, actually.
It's a Japanese guardian dog. It's a foo dog.
A new one?
It looks like it's like a Burmese like. Show me later. It's okay. I can wait.
Okay, any more questions on
Sorry.
any more questions on meditation?
No.
Or Buddhism?
I'm gonna practice what you told me.
You don't meditate on UFOs.
I'm obsessed with it. I think UFOs are gonna abduct
Listen.
us.
Both of you can be the most effective woman the world has ever seen if you just focus on this thing temporarily. I am not asking anyone out there at any time that you have to follow Buddhism for ever, for a long time. But if you do it right, and if you practice what I'm telling you in a short time, it's like taking this medicine for a time, it will help you become the most effective woman. Once you get this mindfulness thing down, it's there with you forever. It'll always be with you, and you will always know how to use it. But in the middle of your study and practice, and we look up entertainment and stuff, it gets in the way. It gets in the way, and my time is very short with all of you because I need to travel soon, quick, and I don't have a lot of time to be in your presence to tell you the golden words that needs to be said. But you all have it. You just need to take some time to yourself and do it, so that you don't suffer unnecessarily. Some suffering is necessary. Some suffering is good, but the majority of it you can prevent by using the methods of the Buddha. So I'm glad that you're asking the questions. Not a lot of students ask these questions in meditation, which is hard. It's not easy. It's not hard.
Oh yeah,
It's
I know.
hard. But that's why you must consult someone who's done it for 21 years.
Yeah.
So that they give you the right advice to know
Mhm.
what to do. And we're going to go baby steps. There's a method in order to do it. That way,
Yeah.
you're there for each other, and you will be there for other people when they're also in pain and sorrow and
Yeah.
suffering. Right? there's a lot of people out there who are asleep. That means they're not awakened, right? Asleep when they're driving, asleep when they're doing business, asleep talking to you. That's why the car accident happened. They are not awakened.
Yeah.
We need to be the awakened one.
Yeah.
One that sees clearly at any point in time what's happening.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to end my notes on that. Thank you for inviting us for food. But we have to wrap up the night. I have to shut my brain off from a very, very long day today.
Aw.
But I'm good at it. And he gets to, he's disrobing soon too. You know that, right? So he can go back to studying in school, aviation mechanics.
When?
Very soon.
Yeah.
Probably less than a month. But he's getting to watch. I think the amount of experience he carries with him, based on what he's seen and hear, like 5 years of experience.
Stay away from drugs and all that, okay?
He don't do it.
I'm gonna get Botox.
He don't.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Like-
You test David, I test him.
I mean, I know you would know, but you
I'm
know.
gonna disrobe and Botox everywhere.
That's good. So what are you gonna go back for to school?
When or for what?
What?
For aviation maintenance,
Aviation.
working on planes and stuff.
Then you wanna be a pilot?
It's like a mechanic.
Maybe down the road, but the NAA school is shorter and it's cheaper. So
Yeah.
do that, get into the field, and learn about the planes. Because either way, if you do want to fly, you have to know everything.
Okay.
So it would help, and
It
then
would
that could
help.
also fund
Yeah.
if I wanted to, because it's not cheap.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Have you gotten a car?
How about what?
You got a car?
A car?
Mhm.
Oh, I've had a car.
Okay. Good. Good. I'm proud of you. That's really good.
Yay, that is good.
That's David.
He's like, hello. I know what he's gonna say.
He's home.
Oh, hello everybody. No one's over on this side? Everyone's hidden over here. How's it going?
Hi,
You
Dave.
guys,
Come and sit.
hey sweetheart, are you cold?
No.
You have your winter jacket on? Pretty sure you can sit, I'll just move this over.
Yo-
I was just sitting all the time.
Okay.
Hurley Apparel, is that skating?
So how is everybody's
Really?
Monday? Everybody's Monday?
Terrible, absolutely terrible, David.
Why is that?
It's just so bad.
Do you have bad days?
I'm just messing with you, David.
So I did laundry, took a shower,
Yeah.
brushed my teeth.
What did your
Yeah.
mom say?
She asked how you were doing.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She happy to see you.